Hello, welcome everybody. And I think, hold on a second, I think I need to mute Dave. Yeah, thank you. Welcome everybody, to our Sunday training hour. And for some reason, I cannot see myself on the Hangout. Dave, do you guys see? Yeah, this. All right. Yeah, we've got some exciting things coming up, and we've got a few events coming up, and that's kind of what I wanted to really focus on a little bit today. We've got the event in the Marriott Courtyard in Boca Raton that's coming up on the 15th from 10 to 1, and this is like very strange. I am like hidden from my camera. I can't see. Can you see me, Patricia? Do you see me? Give me the thumbs up if you do. Okay. Anyway, with the upcoming events, we want to really promote and let you guys know, even if you're not in Florida, you can still take advantage of these events and get people to them and get them in front of us so that we can close them for you. And I actually haven't put my Craigslist ad in. I got it ready on Friday. And every time that I get ready to place it, it seems like the phone rang, this rang, that rang. I know a lot of people are getting their ads in. So, and some people are doing a little bit different. I had Patricia jump on here today. I know Brett is planning on getting to South Florida a few days early so that they can hand out flyers and business cards. And Patricia put together a nice looking little business card to try to get people to the meeting. So, it's about getting out of your comfort zone, getting a little bit creative. Craigslist is a fantastic venue for getting ads in, both sales ads and opportunity ads. So I did write one. I know some people were asking me, maybe on some ideas for some ads. So don't everybody like copy the exact same ad, because then it might look like it's like a network marketing meeting or something. But here's one I came up with. So here's some ideas. So if you're going to put it in the sales section, then what I came up with is, and this is similar to like the ads that we would run back in the day. Me and Dave were like the professional ad placers, and that's what we did day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out. And thank goodness for the internet, because that's a hard way to go every single day of the week, 365 days a year. And but for this occasion, I think it'll work out great. So in the sales section, 100K potential. How about this? Multi-million-dollar online entertainment company seeks top sales producers. 100K plus potential for new expansion worldwide. Looking for independent self-starters. Weekly commissions and leadership bonuses available. And then you can either at that point have them call into a number or voicemail that you have set up, or I just became aware that they actually have where you can set up events on Craigslist. So I'm going to look at that. My girlfriend Sheila Peach set up an ad this weekend, and we were kind of walking through it together. And so she's actually putting the address of the Marriott Courtyard in her ad. So, this is Boca Raton. If you guys are not familiar with where it's at, it's South Florida. And Patricia, would you say it's about an hour from Miami, north of Miami? About 40 minutes? Yeah, so
Yeah, I would say 6 minutes or so, depending on traffic. It can get thick down there sometimes.
okay. All right. So you guys, so you could potentially still target the Miami area. It would still be in driving distance, Fort Lauderdale. So those are markets that you can target. Now, in general, a sales ad is going to attract a salesperson. Now, back in the day when we did this day in, day in, day out, they would kind of call this the bait and switch because, you have people calling in looking for sales jobs. But you know what? The bottom line is all of these people are looking to make money, and we would invite them to a business opportunity meeting. Of course, they still came there thinking it was a job interview, but then, what we would go ahead to sell them on the dream and convert them to network marketers. And, and some of them will, some of them won't. So what next? But, we actually always had a pretty good sign-up rate. We got sign-ups almost every single day. So it does work. Now, there are, with Craigslist, you can also put ads in the business opportunities section. And I haven't come up with, an ad right off the top of my head yet. But, I mean, online, the same type of thing could apply in a business ad. Online entertainment giant creating record-breaking incomes, one-time introductory event, Marriott Courtyard, with this address, just for an example. So, even if you're not at the area, you might put, like, my friend Sheila, I told her to put, she's in Los Angeles, so she's not going to actually physically be there for the event. So I told her to put, like, code SP300, ask for, see Farah, give her code SP300 so that I know that it's Sheila that sent this person, because we might have, if a lot of you guys are doing ads, I might have multiple people looking for me, but, so either give them a code or let them know that, Joanne sent you, or Sheila sent you, and we'll be certain to take care of those people and get them signed up under you. You can certainly do that, the same thing for the event on the 28th, and that's going to be in Los Angeles. Now, if there is any way possible for you guys to get out to that event, it's going to be huge. I think it's going to be a game changer. They are going to have some celebrities. It's going to be exciting. So if you know anybody in the Southern California area, or, if you're available to fly in for the event, I encourage you to come out there. There's nothing that's going to push your business ahead further than getting your guests to these type of live events, because there's going to be a lot of excitement. All the top earners are going to be there. You guys are going to get to meet Jason Sim, get trained by Jason Sim, $1.4 million earner. Dennis DeVoren, $1 million earner with the company. You'll meet Juan Velasquez. We actually tried to call him, because we haven't had him on a training yet. And I know you guys would love to hear from him. And it would be so inspiring for you to hear from a 20-year-old that has made this happen. And, Richard and Susan Anzalone. There's so many other, the Parks out in New York. There's a lot of other top earners that will be training at the event. And you get to meet them up close and personal. And, it helps you with your belief system to know it's real, that you can touch and you can feel and you can see these people. And, they're just like me and Dave. We're just regular folks. We're just average marketers. We're hardworking marketers, but you know, we do what it takes day in, day out, day in, day out. You know, what I do want to stress, you know, if you look at all of the top earners in this company, and I will say that applies to whether it's me and Dave, Jason Sim, Juan Velasquez, Dennis DeVoren, there's the parks out of New York. There's a few things that you can take or learn from these leaders. And, you know, what I'll say with every single one of them, they have a 100% positive mental attitude. They're positive about their business. They're positive about themselves. They, you know, just are always positive and on point. They're always promoting the business. You know, for those of you that are just coming on board, you know, don't make any mistake that this is a get-rich-quick opportunity, or that it's not going to be hard work. The things that we have to do day in, day out, are easy. The things that I show you to do day in, day out, day out are easy. But like I've said on the previous trainings, and I know I repeat myself, they're easy to do and they're easy not to do. They're easy to do day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out, and that is going to be what determines your success. I've told you, if you can't commit to 90 days in this business of repetitively talking to brand new people, getting out the hangouts, getting out the vision calls, promoting from one live event to the other live event to the live event, getting us on three-way calls for third-party validation. Let me think. Today is a Sunday. I would like to recognize a few people. I mean, brand new distributor, Bob Klutz, is doing a home party right now. Bob just came on the business. He's already brought on several emperors. He's got a home party with one of his emperors named Manny. They've got about 4 or 5 people that are in there in that home party right now. Just like Kadrina Dugar has done every single week for us to call into. So Bob Klutz has put me on repeated three-way calls with his leader. You know, he knows how to present. He's a professional. But you know what? When you are brand new to the business, what do you think we're here for? We're here to help you close in your business. So once he has shown them a video, shown them a hangout, or shown them the vision call, he gets us on the phone with them. So he had me call into his home party, just like Katrina Dugar has done, and her business is exploding. Katrina's got another one scheduled for this Wednesday, 7:30 her time, 10:30 my time. And we are happy to do that for you guys. What I want you to know is we 100% want you to be successful with this business. This is why we pick up the phone at 12:30 at night. This is why I picked up the phone for a new guy that we have in the United Kingdom. For anybody that knows me, they probably know I don't really like answering the phone at 9 a.m. in the morning. I am just waking up. I have not had my, in that case, I had not had my caffeine. But he called me, and he was with a prospect, and he'd already shown them the hangout. And he's like, can you get on the phone right now with my prospect? Emergency. Are you, you know, I'm like, of course I'll get on the phone. And, you know, of course, I mean, I'm like, I don't really feel like getting on the phone, but hey, you know, I will do whatever it takes to help you be successful. I can't make you be successful. You have to take those actions to be successful. I can be there for you when you call. Now, what I won't do, I won't babysit you. I won't call you to be your cheerleader or motivator. I'm not going to be your customer support. I mean, I do help you when an issue comes up. If I can help get it cleared up quicker, I will do that. But what you really want to use your upline for and respect their time is three-way calls and third-party validation. So we help you to give you, when you're new, the credibility that you're tied in directly with the top people in the company. And for the people that do that, nobody is going to go try to go around you or sponsor shop, because you know what? By you doing this, and this is after you've shown them the hang up, and you've shown them that you're connected, you're partners with the top people in the company, and then you put us on the phone, they see like you're partnered directly with us. We are going to be there to support you. They're not going to go try to go sign up with another leader at that point, because you already showed them you're connected directly to the top. And, wouldn't your prospect look like a total schmuck at that time if you put them on the phone with us and they're going to try to go sponsor shop after that? So utilize us to help you guys close the business. There's so many people out there. There's so few people that utilize us. It amazes me because when I got into this industry, I was right out of college. And I just got the vision. There was a gentleman, actually, it was in the company called Omnitrition, the one that Dave got his start with, where we had a mentor named Jim Faubert. It wasn't Jim Faubert, though, that got me in the business, and it was somebody, maybe I responded to an ad. But they introduced me to their upline, and this upline was named Jerry Rubin. And he was making $40,000, $50,000 a month at the time. And I just became awestruck. I became awestruck with the concept of network marketing I had never heard of. And the fact that you could get people to go out and sell product and you actually make money. Now, I didn't have somebody there for me the way you guys have me and Dave available for you. We're there to pick up the phone. We do these trainings. We do these hangouts as tools to help you to sell the business. Now, when I first got into network marketing, I felt like I was just flung out there and left to my own. But I went to the company events and I listened to the company trainings. And at those big events, I got ideas from the other leaders. And that was how I got into the whole thing of newspaper ads. And that was how I started trying anything and everything. And, by following Jim Faubert, I did not have instant success. So for those of you guys who are struggling, you know what? If you're new to this business, it's going to take a learning curve. We're here to shorten that learning curve for you. The truth be known, I literally failed at network marketing for 5 years. 5 years before I had my first success. And 5 years I was floundering without really any support except company trainings. I'd get on every conference call. I'd get to every event. I'd take my notes. And no matter what, though, I always kept a positive attitude because I knew that there was that potential. And I knew it was going to happen for me. I didn't know exactly how or when, but I knew that I was going to be one of those successful people in this industry. Now, at that time, everybody would promote that, it's the 2 to 5 year plan. And everybody would say, you got to put your dues in for 2 to 5 years and then you're going to have this, fantastic success. And so, you know what? I just said, well, I haven't put in my dues. I just got to keep going because eventually I'm going to find that one person that turns my business around. Now, if you're watching this here today, I'm happy to tell you that I don't believe in any sense of the word that you will ever need a 2 to 5 year plan. Since that time, with the advent of social media, you can talk to 1,000% more people that are network marketers that are involved in our same industry. You can literally have a never-ending flow of people to talk to. You know, I mean, like I say, people think I have some big, everybody, you know, it's funny. I hear people saying that, oh, she has a big list, and oh, she just like brought people from her other company. You know, guys, I only got back in this industry 18 months ago. I was out of this industry. We were in the timeshare industry for 10 years. Nobody even knew who we were anymore. Nobody even knew our names anymore. We got back. We didn't have anybody's even phone number anymore. And you know what? The business that we were in with the timeshare, the FTC came down with some different regulations that were regarding auto dialers. That's how we promoted our business. It basically put us out of business. You know, close to that same time, there was the stock market crash. And even though we made a ton of money in our traditional business, I had put everything. I put everything that we made in that 10 years into the stock market. And I am the type, you know, I guess me and Dave, we're I would say risk, at least we were, you know, we were risk takers. We were playing around with Forex market at that time, and we were playing around with the stock market. And I literally, you know, I mean, I haven't mentioned this to, you know, on the trainings before, but, you know, I literally lost $270,000 in the stock market. That was about everything that we had made, that we had, you know, that we hadn't paid for rent and, you know, everything else. The only tangible item that we had bought with the money from our business was our RV. And thank goodness we bought that, or we would have lost the money from the, you know, that too. You know, don't ask me how I did it. You know, you can do it. We were margined to the max. Every time the stock market would drop again, I would rebuy with more margin and more margin and more margin. And I did the same thing in Forex, and we lost another 50,000 there. So when we got back in this industry, it's not like we were starting out on, you know, the top of our game. As a matter of fact, we felt pretty deflated, you know, but, you know, we're not quitters. You know, the difference between winners and losers is winners have failed more times, but they haven't quit. Winners have failed more times than anybody else, but they have not quit. So we got back started in this industry 18 months ago, and like all of you guys know, you know, you've been on my Hangouts. We got started with Empower Network. And I thought we were pretty good. I thought we would, just hit it big. I thought we would be, like David Wood and David Sharp and I can't even remember all of their names. Lawrence Tam. I thought we would just be big success stories. Well, you know, it took a learning curve to get back and relearn this industry. And when we got back, I guess we were trying to listen to all the wrong people. And maybe those things were working for other people. But you know what? Just sitting back and trying to drive traffic to a website and not personally connecting and not talking to people and spending 3 hours a day blogging just wasn't making us any money. I don't think I ever, with the 83 blogs that I wrote, 3 hours a night, I can't take any phone calls, guys. I got to get this blog. Don't interrupt me. I'm writing my blog. You know, it didn't work, you know. So, yeah, I was deflated at the end of 6 months. And you know what? I did, you know, think about it. I thought about quitting, and I did. I said to my husband, please, you know, Dave, can't you find us, you know, another traditional business? This is hard. You know what? It was It was hard, but, you know, we didn't quit. You know, we learned our lessons from that. And, you know, we went back to some of the old skills that we learned way back in the day with Jim Bear, which was connecting with people, the basis of the business, the success in any business is getting out there, exposing the business and talking to people, exposing the business and talking to people. Now, we've created these tools, the Hangouts, because the Hangouts work. I swear, I get people that will tell me they cannot sleep at night after they've watched a Hangout. I get people that which will tell me that it is impossible. They tell me it's impossible not to get excited when they see the Hangout. So that is the tool of my choice. Now, you guys can take my Hangouts. You can download them to your own YouTube channels. You can put your own links on them. Or you could just get our capture page system, which automatically connects with the Hangout, with your link already, and the corporate vision call, and your Facebook account, and your autoresponder, or your My Capture Page system. But, you know, I use the Hangouts because they work. If you prefer to use Rick Mikey's vision call, I mean, my gosh, the call he did the other night talking about where we are heading, guys, you know, I just want to tell you, you are in the hottest opportunity, I believe, in the history of network marketing. There are so many things that set us apart from everything else. And I believe that what we've got is not only the exclusive, hot, exciting casino component, the hot, exciting, unique, exclusive I2g touch system, which you're going to see some exciting announcements with things they're adding to that I2g touch. We're going to be coming out with one hot, sexy, unique, different, exclusive launch, one after another, after another, after another. So you're in on this wave right now. You're in on the wave with the online live casino and the I2g social media product. You're still, we haven't even hit the wave with the online music entertainment product. I mean, you can be Miss American Idol doing your own music with a little social component to it that you're going to find out about it. But that'll be a new wave that you're going to be able to ride. So don't say you couldn't get positioned before the wave. You guys are all positioned before the wave. You're going to have this wave, and then you're going to have another wave in the summertime. And I'm not going to tell you everything that's going to be coming out, but I will tell you this. The things that we're going to come out with in June of this year are more hot, sexy, unique, and different than anything else out there. They're exclusives, and there's no competition for every single one of them. So you are in early on, and all you've got to do is roll up your sleeves and go to work. Now, there's a lot of people, you know, I want to recognize Vince Mazzi. Vince Mazzi was on the recruiting workshop. I sent that training out to you guys today. So go back through that and watch that. But Vince has been keeping his figs and gauges every day. Sandra Peters has been sending me an email every day with what she is doing, how many people she's exposing the business, how many friend requests she is accepting, how many hangouts she is getting out, how many three-way calls she's had me on with. So Sandra got several signups this week. She just really focused into these figs and gauges this week. You know, she was frustrating there for a while. We had to have a talk with her to see what she was doing. You have to be willing to reach out to your sponsors, you know, because they're there to help you. But if you don't reach out to us, their job is not to call you. You know, I've got maybe 250 people I've personally sponsored. You know, that's why I do these hangouts, so I can talk to all of you and reach out to all of you guys. But I'm still available to all of you when you call me on the phone. Don Anthony called me today with his dad, asked me to call his dad. I called his dad. His dad had me scheduled to talk with somebody else that he thinks could be a really big hitter. You know, Don isn't afraid to call me on the phone if they've got, I want to give kudos to Jonathan Ferrer out of Canada. He's not afraid to call me on the phone. He called me with a guy named Brandon today. He brought in his first Emperor, Glenn, this week, and Glenn has called us repeatedly. Glenn's girlfriend, Michelle, just called me right before the hangout to tell me she's got 2 people that she wants to me to schedule hangouts, three-way calls with tomorrow, that she's already sent the hangout, and she just needs me to get on the phone with them tomorrow. What did I tell her? Of course I'll do that. So don't think that I am too busy for you. If somebody says that she's too busy, that's a lie. That's not true. I pick up the phone and I talk to each and every one of you. If I'm on a 3-way call, it'll go to my voicemail, but I call you back. And there's not anybody that doesn't get a call back from me. So, you know, what I want to, also impress upon you is, if you've heard, if it is to be, it is up to me, because it really is up to you. We can want it for you. We can want it for you with everything in our hearts. I mean, there's nothing more fulfilling to us than to see the people that we bring in get to be incredibly successful, and we know we have the vehicle that can create that success, and we've got a lot of people that are having fantastic success. I want to commend Elijah and Lindy. Now, Elijah and Lindy, they got started, when they started I2g, they were at the worst financial point ever, and they had a personal tragedy in that year before that probably would have, just paralyzed anybody and dropped them right in their tracks. And they had put the last $6,000 of credit, in a different program right before I2g. So they didn't have a lot of money, and they were so frustrated because they saw the opportunity and the vision. And so, it was challenging. They came to that first event in Long Beach. We were out there, and that was in September. And, they saw, us picking up our big checks and the other people picking up our big checks on stage. And, they had you could see they had that vision, the same vision I had when I got sold on the concept of network marketing. And you could see that they just wanted it so badly. But, you know what? It also made them mad. It made Elijah said, he said, I'm pissed off, because I want to be one of those guys on stage. You know what? But here comes my cat Sunny in the background. Just shows you guys I'm a 100% real person. Elijah didn't just stay mad about it. Elijah didn't stay mad about it. He went and did something about it. He did something about it. He didn't make excuses. He didn't blame the company for the situation that he was in. He didn't blame his upline for the situation that he did. He took responsibility for his own business. Because remember, we can only do so much. This is your business. I've heard some chatter, with some people that have come and gone already. And some people have said, well, you guys do the Hangouts, that just promotes you. Well, you know what? We do that as a tool. Most people don't know how to promote the business. And these Hangouts are done so you have an easy vehicle every single week that you can send your prospects to. We're here to do the third-party validation afterwards. You get us on the phone. I think it's powerful to have your prospects see us, then afterwards be able to put us on the phone with them. But you know what? It's your business. So if you want to go off and do absolutely your own thing, you know what? It's your business. You can promote it any way you like. Maybe you want to go out and do all your own hangouts and you don't want to utilize our hangouts. You know what? You can do that. Maybe you want to go put out signs all over your neighborhood. Maybe you just want to walk into businesses. You know, I mean, we tried everything back in the day. I mean, we even would go into malls with little, little clip-on pads, and we would pretend like we're doing surveys. I think, you know, so we're trying to sell weight loss products, and we're going to ask people surveys, you know, about, I don't remember how much weight they were trying to lose. You know, so we were always trying new things. There's so many new ways to contact people today. You know, Brett, I want to give him kudos. He's coming down to the Florida event from Atlanta, and he's getting down there several days early. And they're planning to hit the pavement to get people to come to these events. And, you know, that's doing whatever it takes. You know, use what we offer you. Why not? You know, we're just offering you tools to be more successful. I mean, we're not trying to, we're not trying to take business away from you. We want you to use us to get more business. These are powerful tools. But you know what? It's your business, so it's up to you. A lot of leaders do their own thing. They do their own webinars. They have their own conference calls. You know, Dennis DeVoren's team, they do their own webinars. They open it up for all their team. Juan Velasquez, he does meetings. He does his own hotel meetings for his team. He opens that up so it's available for his team. Jason Sim, he goes to the meetings, and he utilizes my partner Richard and Susan at these meetings, but he does his own meetings. He just opened up his own office that he's going to have people in. He's actually planning to do some of these very same hangouts that I showed him how to do. He's going to do those in Korean. He hired a few assistants to help him. So, you know what? Utilize us. We want to help you. We love you guys. We don't want to see anybody fail. But don't not do the daily things that we ask you to do, and don't make excuses and think that it's going to happen if you don't do anything. And don't blame the company if you're not getting the success that you want. And don't blame your upline if you're not getting the success that you want, because it's only you that can do this daily activity. It's only you. And that's why Dave always does these mindset trainings. You know, because, you know, and that's why he always talks about the why, the what is driving you. Because you're going to be the one that's going to have to commit. You're going to have to put blinders on, you know, for 90 days, and you're not going to, you're going to have to learn not to listen to the different negative voices that are telling you that you're not going to be successful, or telling you that it's not going to work, or that's telling you that it's a money game or it's a scam. You've got to be strong. You've got to be strong. And you've heard this saying, you know, you're going to the top of the mountain, or you are going to die along the side trying. But you got to have that attitude that you're going to the top of the mountain. And our mentor, Jim Faubert, I saw him post the other day. He's doing a different program, and he said, why not? You know, put 100% of what you got into it for 1 year, and shorten this whole, so because they're still promoting the multiple year game plan, but what he says is laser focus. Put 100. Why not put it 100% into your business for 1 year rather than being there part time, part-time, year after year, the building up a little business, and then it goes away again because you're not there consistent building. You're not stepping up as a leader, and you're like, well, maybe the grass is greener over here, or okay, no, this one looks better, you know. And a lot of the people that I see, and this is numerous, I'm not pointing any particular person out, I see them go from company to company to company to company to company, and they do this over and over and over again, and they're not successful. They're not successful with one company, and then they start on another company, and then they start on another company, and you know, none of the companies they're successful at, you know, because one, they have not put a laser focus, laser vision, and they've got too much of a short-term vision. You know, you're not going to be, in most cases, you're not going to have instant success. You know, yeah, it's great. You know what I was telling somebody today? Yeah, you know, it's great the success that Dennis DeVoren has had. He came in and he got connected with some fantastic people, you know, with Jason Sim as a leader on one of his legs, and another fantastic leader on another. And things took off really quickly for him. But what I want to tell you is, you know, 15 years before that, Dennis was having a strikeout losing streak. You know, I've told this story over and over and over again. You know, Dennis makes jokes about it. He says, you know, for 15 years I was in EBA, everything but Amway. He says, when I got into network marketing, they told me that I can make $1 million in this industry. He says, they didn't tell me I had to join 1 million companies to make $1 at each one. So yes, Dennis got off to a fast start. He had no money to get started. He was bankrupt. He had lost his house. He had lost his car, lost his wife. You know, but you know what? You can say, well, you know, he got off to a fast start, and then maybe, you know, you feel discouraged because you don't get off to such a fast start. Well, what about the 15 years leading up to this company? So don't think that the people that are having quick success, don't let it discourage you. Don't you think that every one of us have put in our dues? People are experiencing success with I2g at a faster rate than I've ever seen in this industry. My goodness, you've got people, you know, and yes, you know, there is a small percentage of the people that, you know, have earned the money like we have, you know. I mean, we're surprised about it. We never expected this. We've never earned this money like this. But you know what I would say? You know, I wouldn't say we haven't paid our dues. You know, remember we had that 5 years of failure in network marketing before we had our first success. You know, Jason Sim, you know, I don't know all of his story before I2g, but I guarantee you everybody that is successful has had their fair share of failure, or they wouldn't be successful today. So, you know, keep your expectations in check. Don't get discouraged. Get encouraged. You know, we have had over 6 people now that have hit the $200,000 or greater mark in a single 30-day period. We've got 8,500 people in the company. We've got 3 millionaires, maybe 4 now. We got at least 85 that I know of, maybe the numbers have gone up, that have hit 5 figures in a single 30-day period. 85 people, 8,500 distributors that have hit 5 figures in a single 30-day period. Those are astronomical numbers. So if you think that there is a company that you can go out there and have a better chance of success, then I think you're fooling yourself. And I think you're going to be set up for disappointment. because you've got everything that you need to be extremely successful with I2g. And as a matter of fact, this is my personal opinion. I believe that if you can't make it with I2g, then your chances are not going to be very great with any other company, because with all the things we've got going on with the exclusive online live casino, the exclusive social media product, the exclusive music product, and upcoming products, with a industry leader, proven track record, CEO Rick Mikey, that's done this 2 other times, incredible success record, and the kind of income stories that you have behind you, and the leadership that you have that is willing to help you 24/7. You know, that's way more than I ever had when I got started in this industry. So, you know, those are some things that were pressing on my mind today. I just really wanted to share that with you today. You know, let's get excited. Let's get some Craigslist ads out. Let's get the Hangouts loaded up. If you guys haven't seen my trainings, Vince Mazzi just added a training we added to our files section on how to create Facebook events, how to create repost events. If you go through my previous trainings, I talk about, you know, adding Facebook groups. I talk about the auto posters. I talk about responding to friend requests. I talk about promoting from event to event to event. You've got everything that you need. You know what I'm going to do now? I got that. Really just wanted to share that with you. I want to bring up James and then Patricia. They're in Florida. They're going to be here at this event coming up on the 15th. James, maybe you can tell me how you're promoting the event, and maybe give some feedback on just on what we've been talking about here tonight, you know, because you're having a lot of success, and I know you've kept your laser focus, and you've haven't let the you know, anything distract you from where you have gotten today. And I think, you know, I mean, you've got now new emperors coming on your team every week. Congratulations, by the way. You know, come up and talk about the event in a little bit, and you know, how you've been able to stay on focus and have the success you're having right now.
I appreciate it, Faraday. Can you hear me okay?
I do. I'm gonna mute myself.
I've been in this industry for a long time, and I've been in and out of it just like Faraday and Dave, and I got back into it about 3 years ago. A lot of you people that are on this training know my story. I got in 3 years ago, and I was one of the people who jumped from company to company to company to company. Long story short, I lost $82,000 in a 3.5 year period. And that was because I failed in some of them, and some of them the company failed me, and some of them my upline failed me. But basically it was my fault. I didn't stick with it long enough. And you know, if you really look at it, social media is a two-edged sword. You can use it for the greatest thing in the world. We can reach more people than we ever have been able to in our lives in such a quick amount of time. But the other end, the negative end of the sword, is you have all these flashing things coming at you. Every single day somebody's got something flashing at you, and you're like, oh, maybe I should go into that. But let me tell you, from a man who's lost almost $100,000 until I got into I2g, there's no other company out there that's going to offer you what you have right now. And I'm not saying that because I'm in this company. I'm saying that because I know every other company out there. I do this full time. I know their compensation plan. I know their ownership. I've had people on my team who have quit after a month or two and said, I can't do this. This is too hard. A month or two. What kind of backbone is that? You know, I'll admit when I fail, and I'll admit when I lose, but, you know, I'll never go out like that. We've got the most unique company with the highest, most unbelievable products and the highest payouts I've ever seen. And I don't know what it is. You know, the bottom line is, 20% of the people are going to do 80% of the work. You know, Faraday, me, Dave, Patricia, anybody that talks to you can talk to their blue in the face. It doesn't matter what Faraday says. It doesn't matter what I say. 20% of the people are going to do 80% of the work. So in other words, no matter what we say, when we leave this hangout tonight, 8 of you are going to do absolutely nothing because that's what you've been trained to do your whole life. And 20% of you are going to take action. And there's nothing wrong with those percentages. Those percentages will make this company a billion-dollar company. There's nothing wrong. It's just the facts of life. Now, I've learned from my mistakes. I'm not going to make another mistake. I'm laser focused. That's why I'm making an unbelievable amount of money for once in my life. Because we have a system that works. I have sponsors in Faraday and Dave that done more for me than all 12 of my other companies combined. So I don't want to hear anything about I can't get a hold of my sponsor or they're too busy or I'm jealous because they made $325,000 last month. The bottom line, it's you, okay? That's the bottom line because I was you, okay? I failed and I failed again and I failed again. I failed 12 times, but I failed to quit. And I'm finally having some success. And in Faraday's right, people do not use me enough. I'm phenomenal on the phones. I am horrible at computers. I'm horrible. I couldn't create an event if you paid me $1,000. But if you put me on the phone with somebody, 82% of the time I'm going to get them in your downline, but you're not utilizing me. I don't care if you're on my team. I don't care if you're not on my team. I've said this many times, utilize me. I'll help anybody out because I feel that, you know, it's a team thing, and I feel in the future, hey, you know, this guy James helped me. He wasn't even on my team. 5 years from now, you might use me for something else because I want to help everybody. But I guess what Faraday's trying to say to everybody is you guys are quitting way too early and you're not seeing the big picture because nothing is shinier than I2g right now. That's why people are so jealous because we're breaking every single record in the history of network marketing. Why do you think these checks are so huge? Because the owner is paying out a higher percentage than any other company has. Why do you think they're being made in such a short amount of time? Because we're going to be around for a long time, and we have a product that has unlimited potential and profit margin. Is it a bottle of vitamins coming to your house with a $6 to $8 profit margin? No. It's a guy sitting at a blackjack table who could lose $1,800 to $2,000 at a whim. I know, I do it. I go down to Hard Rock Casino and I lose $2,000 to $4,000, or sometimes I even win, believe it or not. But I'm not putting a negative spin on anything. I'm just letting you know the real facts. 20% of you are going to get off this call and you're going to start doing what we're saying. Make a list, talk to 10. I tell my team this every week. It doesn't matter. 2%, 20% will do it, 80% won't. Make a list. Put 10 business cards in your pocket. At the end of the day, don't go home until you've said, hey, I'm in an online company. I'm doing pretty well. Take a look at that thing. Call me. If you do that 10 times a day, 3 people will call you. 1 will get in your business. You'll get 3 to 5 people in your business a week. But, you know, 80% of you won't do it and 20% of you will. There's nothing we can do to change that. But I guess I want to drive home that you're not going to be with a better company. You're not going to be around better people. And yes, you're going to get your naysayers and you're going to get your negative. They're going to blame everybody but themselves. And yeah, they're going to criticize me for telling it like it is, but I don't care because I have failed so many times and I have lost almost $100,000. Nobody will bring me down. You can throw as many rocks at me as you want and I'll just build myself a castle, baby, because you will not bring me down. I have failed way too many times. I know where I'm at. I know the people I'm around. They're the best in the world. So go ahead and go with the shiny next object, and I'll see you in a year. I'll be the one at the bank cashing my check, and you'll be the one looking in the window at me cashing my check. And, you know, call me. I'm here for you anytime. Faraday and Dave, anybody here, I'm phenomenal on the phones. I want to help you. You know, I'll build your team. I'll build my team. I don't care. But utilize the people, okay? And don't be afraid to share the business. The main thing is we all have low self-esteem, and I am one of them. I had horrible self-esteem. 5 months ago, I was at the lowest point in my life. I didn't even want to get out of bed 5 months ago. Now you can't stop me. I'm a machine. I'm an unstoppable machine. I'm phenomenal on the phones, but I still need work face-to-face. I'm still afraid to pass my business cards out to people face-to-face. But I'm doing it, even though I'm scared. But you put me on the phone, and there's nobody that I won't get in your downline, believe me. 82% of the time, I'll get them in your downline. So I'm kind of long-winded here, but the bottom line is don't give up after 3 or 4 months. Most businesses don't even get going after 5 years, and some people are quitting after 2, 3, 4 months, and they're saying, I can't do this. Don't do that. If you can't afford the auto ship, don't get in the business in the first place. You know, believe in yourself, share the business, and use us. All right? And call me anytime, 561-509-6527. I'll help any one of you. I don't care if you're on my team or not. Thanks for having me, Faraday.
Thank you, James. I appreciate that, and yeah, that wow. You know, you know what? Sometimes this is might be a little bit hard for some people to hear, you know, but sometimes this is what people need to hear. It's keeping it real, and you know, because it is work. It is hard work. It's fun. You know, and we're blessed with the relationships and the fun along the way. I think it's a lot of fun myself. I don't think of it as, you know, yeah, it's hard work, but to me it's fun. Now, Patricia, I know, has a lot of fun with the business. You know, Patricia, what I want you to do, you always have a positive outlook. And I also want you to, if you have those little cards, I know that you're planning on getting those out to promote the event. Yeah, and you know, I don't know, did you also place a Craigslist ad, or you're doing mostly, I know you had some pretty cards you put together. And then give you maybe your feedback also on our subject line that we're talking about tonight.
Sure. Thank you, Faraday. Actually, James and I have been working together on this. I went to the print shop the other day. I made cards for myself, and I made cards for James. And on the back, I don't know if you can see the card. I'm going to hold it up. Okay, on the back it says, February 15th only. This card entitles you to free admission. Find out how average people are making $20K in 30 days. 10 a.m. and it has the address for the event, which is 2000 Northwest Executive Center Circle, Boca Raton, Florida 33413. And then on the other side of the card, it says I2g, and then it has my phone number, my capture page link, my name, and I put Emperor under that, and then my email address. And then I made the same kind of card for James. Of course, his is a little more masculine than mine. Mine's got a pretty little hand. You know, his is this really cool design with a wave. But, you know, one of the reasons that I did that was because, like you were saying earlier, when we go to the event, you know, when we hand these out, James and I'm coming down Thursday, and James and I are going to rock this. We're going to be walking the streets, handing these suckers out, talking to people, promoting this event like crazy. And, you know, we're going to give them our card, and then when they come to the event, we'll be there to gather the cards so we know which people came for me and which people came for James, so that, you know, everybody knows who's with who. But I mean, I also made some videos, a video invite. I did one on my own, and then I made one for me and James, and I blasted it in groups everywhere. And it's just me talking, wearing my stupid baseball hat, saying, hey, yeah, blah, 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 blah. I made one for me and James. It says, you know, Patricia and Flat and Crazy Ball James invite you to attend this event, and blah, 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 and I go on and talk about where it is and what it's about. But those are just some crazy ideas that I had that, you know, just might work. Sometimes you got to think outside the box, and sometimes you got to refuse to accept the reality of the box. And that's what I do. I don't even utilize that there is a box. But, you know, we're really heavily promoting this, and on the theme, I totally agree with everything everybody said, because, you know, I too have been in this industry since 2004. And I have literally tried every program I could think of because, you know, I'm alone. I have 5 kids. And when I first started in 2004, my goals were different. I was in a very negative environment, in a very abusive relationship, and I just wanted to get out. And I thought, okay, if I get in network marketing, I know that I can make the money that I need to get out of here, because I'm the kind of person that wants to stand on my own 2 feet, and I want to do what I got to do to make it happen, and I just go out and do it. And the problem is I kept joining all the wrong companies, and I wasn't ready. I really wasn't. I can blame the companies. I can blame, my upline for abandoning me. But when it comes really down to it, I just wasn't ready. And when you're ready, like Dave always says, the right people will come to you. And that's why I posted the other day that thing about being in the right place. I may not have gotten to where I was going, but I am where I belong, and I know that 100%. And like James, I get people pitching me all day long. There are a million shiny objects, and every one of them, has their little pluses and minuses. But I mean, I've been pitched by people in I2g, which to me is kind of sad, because we've got the best thing out there. Why in the heck are you pitching me on things that are lesser? So I like you said, I've got those blinders on, and I'm just, all I care about really is moving forward with my business and doing everything I have to do to be able to provide for my family. Because now I'm divorced, I'm alone, I've got 5 kids, 2 of them have special needs. I got to pay for their therapies. I've got to run them back and forth to Easter seals, and I hear excuses all day long. People say, oh, I've got a full-time job, I don't have the time. Oh, I've got, 2 or 3 kids that I have to take care of, and I'm a single mom or a single dad. And, I just don't buy those excuses, because, I've got 5 kids. And, I'm all by myself. 2 of them, require a lot more care than the average child. I mean, I don't know if anybody knows about autism, but, my 12-year-old son can't even dress himself. It's a lot of work. And I put forth more effort every day than, a lot of other people. And, so people that sit there and tell me can't do it, and, no one's there for them, you're always there for all of us. Dave's always there for all of us. I can call James anytime, and he will pick up the phone and help me, even if it's the stupidest nonsense thing he ever heard. He'll still pick up the phone and, help me in any way he can. And, that's a great feeling. It's good to know that we have that kind of family environment, that kind of, it goes beyond, upline. It's more like, you guys actually care enough to want us to be successful. The only thing is we have to reach within ourselves and want it for ourselves and be willing to do the work, because it's been said a million times. In order to achieve what others don't, you have to be willing to do what others won't. And that is the God honest truth. If you are not willing to put in the work, you're not going to get results. And that's just how it is. But if you're willing to do the work, you've got a whole team of people here, every one of us ready to help the other. I help people all day long. I don't even know who they are. I don't know who they belong to. It doesn't bother me. I never ask, really. I'm like, if they need something, I say, okay, well, the trainings are all here, go there. If it's a technical question, I do my best, and I never lie if I don't have the answers, which I don't always know all the answers. I say, well, I might not be the best person to ask about that. Maybe you should check with James. Maybe you should check with Faraday. Maybe Dave could answer that question for you. And so I just do that all day long, and I'm consistent every single day. If you look at what I'm doing, if you check my activity, you're going to see that pretty much every day I'm doing the same stuff, because that's what you said to do in the training, and I see that you're successful, and I want to duplicate that, because duplication is what works, consistency. So I just, pay close attention to all the golden nuggets coming out of your mouth every day, and I utilize that information, because, action equals results, but applied knowledge is what gets you there. You can have all the knowledge in the world, but if you never apply it, you're not going to get anywhere. So that's what I got to share tonight, and I hope somebody got something out of that.
Well, I know I did. I mean, that brings tears to my eyes to see you doing such a fantastic training. And as a matter of fact, I think me and Dave are going to have to get to South Florida early now. And I'm going to have to order some cards like James and Patricia have put together so me and Dave can go hit the pavement with them, because that sounds like a whole heck of a lot of fun. And, I mean, this is what I'm talking about. People thinking outside of the box, being able to do more, go the extra mile. I mean, Brett is coming. We'll have to hook you guys up with Brett, too, because he's coming down with somebody to do the exact same thing. And we could all go hit the pavement together. And, boy, would that be a heck of a lot of fun. It's just unfortunate that we couldn't get an RV spot for our RV. But, you know, I guess it's that season. You can't get an RV spot. All right. Thank you so much. You know, James and Patricia, that was fantastic. And you guys have giving hearts. And I appreciate your laser focus and support to everybody on the team. And that's what you're going to find with our group is you got helping team everywhere you look. So, Dave, you know, why don't you come in and you know, finish up with everything. I know you know, you can give a little bit of feedback. You know, let's not keep it too long because I guess we've already been on over an hour now. But you know, maybe you can add some to that.
Sure. Can you hear me okay? All right. Well, first of all, great job, Patricia. Great job, James. And I'm really proud of you guys. I really am. Whether you want it to be short or long, it doesn't matter. I'm going to go into some stuff today a little bit different. Today was a rollback day for Dave. Okay? A lot of things came out in the open today. Genuine humility checks. Okay? I've seen a lady called Sandy that came on, Sandra. She's been going through the process. She's a lady that came out sort of like James, sort of like Patricia. Some people that have called and we get into some personal phone calls with, and because they want things. And it was kind of funny because she had just brought a guy on the business that she just got. His name is Mike Deal or something, I think. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. He was from Vermont. And believe it or not, he was from the little town of a couple hundred people of where I blew the mountaintop off 30 years ago. But what I want to tell you about is the job I used to have there in the wintertime. Yes, when my kids were 3 and 5, Dave used to stand at the bottom of the summit, triple, and load a lift all day long for people to go ski for $4.25 an hour. Okay? And during the summer, I ran the dynamite crew. That meant I was the guy with the jackhammer and running the air track and doing all the grunt work and all that stuff for $4.50 an hour. $130 a week. Take home. Okay? So when I talk about work ethics, guys, and I talk about the guy in the ditch, you know when you ride by and you see the guy in the ditch on the side of the road and they're laying the pipe? Me and Mike talked about that today because I used to lay pipe and I used to lay cast iron, not like they do down here in Florida where they do plastic. I used to love cast iron, okay? And I used to do that for $4, $5, $6, okay? And that was a real reality check for me 30 years ago. And that was a real rollback for me, and I really appreciated him for that because he's 42 years of age. And what really excited me was, as I was reaching out to him, Sandra had followed directions to a T. And he got him on a hangout and got him excited. The guys write me, tell me he's more excited than ever and everything. Now, here's a lady that went and bumped her head for months, called me out of the blue and said, okay, I'm ready to do what it takes. Because of you, Patricia, is why she decided to go do that. She actually wrote me and said, I'm watching what you do with her, and I want that. Man, it busted me up, okay? It busted me up. And what really busted me up is she not only told me that, but she wanted it. And on the other hand, as I go through my day-to-day, just so you know, there's peaks and valleys for Dave and Farah. One of my very good friends that I traded Forex with for 5 years was a Forex trader. She had got into our business, had stalked me, and literally joined our business. And was all excited and everything. And when she finally got started, we tried to get her onto the events. We tried to get her to do all the different things. But she wanted to do things her way. She's a trainer, right? She's going to do it her own way. She got her website ready. She got this ready. She got all this knowledge on ice. All this stuff she's going to get ready. And the birds got her. The birds got her. I asked her today, I called her to ask her why she had quit. And it was funny because she goes, well, can I be perfectly honest? And I said, absolutely. And she goes, no, I don't want to embarrass you because it'd probably be pretty tough. And I'm going, no, I want you to. I can take constructive stuff. And I let her go through her whole rant. And I said, but I called you immediately and wanted you on one of our hangouts. You wanted to get made up, remember? And then we never heard back from me because women got to get made up, right? And like me and James, we're just going to come on. Women, no, I got to get print ready, whatever. Always an excuse, okay? I personally called the lady a couple times wanting to hear what she's saying to people. Never could get anybody on, sort of like a lot of other people, because I want to hear what you're saying to people and whatever. And it's kind of like this. The birds will get anybody. See, I want you to think about it. When you drive down the road and you see a dead deer, you know, something got hit by the car or something, whatever it is, armadillo, whatever it is, wherever you are in the country, and you see something on the side of the road, and you see something, I want you to think about what you see around that dead animal. I want you to think about this, and I used to use this all the time in my trainings because this is it in life. This is it in life. When you see the dead prey, what did you see? Buzzards, right? Buzzards. You know why buzzards are there? Buzzards are only ever there for the easy prey. They want it because it's easy. It's already dead, and they can go get it. You ever see an eagle eating dead prey? Eagles soar alone, guys. And eagles take it live, and they take it on the run. When I heard that many, many years ago, I lived with that. You might see in the background here, I see a few eagles in my office. My house is swarmed with eagles. See, because I'm a high school dropout, guys, $125 a week guy, a paycheck. I like to admit that sometimes. Okay, 20-something years of age. So when the people tell me and they say, oh, the way they struck them checks, well, you're damn right I struck them checks. You know something? I wasn't very damn proud showing my $120 check. Okay? And when we earn them big checks, I want you to know something. Those checks, whether you like it or not, means that we're helping people that want to be helped. Maybe it's not you. And if you're hating that, that's okay. Because I've been in that part of my life too. I didn't like it when I'd see people with them checks. I'd say, oh, this son of a bitches, they got them checks. Sort of like Elijah. Elijah wants it bad, right? Elijah's going to get it, okay? But I used to really hate seeing other people's checks. I did. I hated it, okay? I'm pretty proud of them checks, and I'm pretty proud of the team that we've gone and built, and I'm really proud of the people that have stepped up. And for you that have, Vince, I just watched your double opt-in. I tried to get him on his training. This is another guy, a prime example of a guy that had a call with me, sort of like what me and you did, James, Patricia, Sandra, all these people that are having success. See, they got out of their shell and want to really get into them to get what they want. They want what they want, not what Dave wants them to get. They want it. They just want a little map. They need a little direction. And that's what they're willing to go do. And that's all that one needs to go do. And with I2g, guys, People can say what they want. They can do what they want. Global entertainment's about as big as it can get. And what's going to go down here in the next, boy, oh boy, in the next 6 months, just going to be, I just can't even believe it. So if you think our checks are big now, I got news for you guys. They're going to be a lot bigger, okay? But what I'm excited about is there's going to be a lot of other people holding those checks. See, the ones that the birds have gotten, the people that the birds have gotten, I want you to think about it. Or if you're going sideways a little bit in that 90-day window and you're not so sure where you are right now, it isn't I2g. It isn't Amway. It isn't Herbalife. It isn't any other company. It's you. See, you haven't decided on what you want to do, and you haven't put into application of anything that somebody's trying to do with you. And when I do that, I always tell people, let's do a little check. And those that talk to me on the phone know, because I bet with Ben Franklin's all the time. It's my favorite thing to do, is I love to take people up on bets, because I know, because I talk to enough people, that they're not doing what they need to be doing. Because this high school dropout knows how hard I have to work to make $125. See, I know how hard my brother works. Gets up at 4 in the morning, drives an hour and a half to go work at a plant, and come back. He's a foreman. You know, yeah, he's a big job, big cheese. Gets home 6:30, deadbeat tired, 7:30. I got to call him before 7:30 or 8 because he's in bed, because he's got to get back up at 4 to do it all again. And when he brings it all home and pings it back at the home, and I'm proud of my brother. You know, they gave him a gold watch, and he's got 25 years at the plant, and all this isn't even a gold watch, it's a fancy watch, and they give him a nice little coat, and of course a winter coat, he works in the freezers, and all this other stuff. He doesn't even make $1,000 a week to take it home. Okay? So that's a lot of money for a lot of people. That's a lot of money. I guess he makes a pretty good wage for what goes on. So here's what I'm going to ask you. What do you do to make your money? Because let me tell you something. If anybody thinks network marketing is easy, somebody has sold you the wrong bill of goods. Here's what will happen. Is it worth it? And the price that you pay is the promise of the future. And here's what will happen. See, are you willing to work like you work at your job? Okay, I watch people work. I got some nephews and Ferry's got some cousins that work at McDonald's and everything. I couldn't even imagine doing that. I had a job at Kentucky Fried Chicken when I was 16 years old. I dropped out of high school. I was the first chicken breaker for the first Kentucky Fried Chicken that come to my town. I lasted there about 2.5 weeks. Okay, I said, boy, this stunk. I went home smelling like chicken, and they expected me to break I don't know how many cases of chicken. And I'll never forget it, man. That was the hardest goddamn job I'd ever done in my life. But I had to do it because I needed to make money. What do you do to make your money? Okay? You know, what are you doing to pay your bills? You know, we talked to another individual today, and of course he's rolled out, but yet he's going bankrupt, and he's got kids up the wazoo, and can't make money, and ain't been able to make money in any of the other deals. Doesn't make any sense to me. I love the guy. I love the guy. Absolutely love him. But it doesn't make any sense to me. Okay? So what I want you to do is focus on you. You know, let's get into you. I always say this, let's get into you. Because you're the only one. You know what you make. You know what you do to make money. Do you like it? Like making $500, $600, $700 a week? Yeah, I'd be pissed too if I saw a guy holding a big old check, okay? High school dropout, making that money. Well, let me tell you something. I got many hours in the manhole, I got many hours in the ditch, and I got many hours swinging the chairs. You want to see a sorry job? Go to a ski resort. Imagine standing there 8 hours a day, loading a lift, while, and I used to laugh because I said, here comes the rich people. They're all skiing, and I'd stand there and hand them their chair, and you always had to say, have a great one, you know, and everything else. That was me at the bottom of the hill. I couldn't even get the top job where they sat in the shack and watched them get off the lift. No, I was at the bottom, standing there. You know, my biggest laughter would be when somebody overskied the chair and the chair knocked them over and I had to stop it or whatever. And that was a big deal for me. I actually kind of enjoyed that. It was kind of funny, you know, the people in line would be yelling, screaming at the people and everything else. But that was my humor for the day at a $4.25 an hour job. But yet I'm lucky. See, I shared with that individual that day, today, I shared with him because he's a construction worker, and I can really relate with construction workers because I've done that. I've worked hard, and I work with my hands. I still love it. Farrah hates it when I do it, but I love it. I absolutely love what I do, and I love my business, and I have a great passion because I know that the guys that work with their hands can't get paid near what they can get paid here to do this, okay? I know there's no higher paying job than what there is in direct sales, period, the end. I know that Patricia Platt has it in her eyesight and will be one of our highest earners in this group. You watch and see. She doesn't want to. Don't believe me? 5 kids at home, divorced, got every excuse in the world not to do it. Been to the events in California, got her tickets already, going to Boca Raton, and we've had people that live right down the road in California, not even an hour from where we're at. Some of our biggest players, we thought, didn't even show up when we were right there in California. I told Farrah back then, I said, well, they're not in the deal. They're never going to do it. Farrah's velvet hammer. She takes it easy. I'm still massages them through. I didn't. I had already told her they're never going to do it. And people in San Diego, they didn't show up in L.A., you didn't come up and you didn't bring any people? And I'm offering to buy a bus even to bring your friends? Come on, dude. Come on. Let's get real. What's wrong with that picture? Okay? So the question is, what do you want and how do you want it? And let's get this straight. Hangouts are the absolute best way for us to do our business. Now, here's the problem with a hangout. The rookie says, wow, I'm promoting you. Well, what's better to promote? Some guy that's never made any money? Who are you going to follow? Or you want to be on a team that's making money? And do you want to be on the fastest team? So I'm asking you, which team do you want to be on? Okay? So it's all about how you present what they're watching. And the only real job that you've got to do, and by the way, Jonathan Kerner, I got a kick out of him. I think he's downloaded every single video we've ever done and got them all uploaded with his name and numbers and everything all over them. I laugh because that's all you got to do. And if you set it up right, okay, you should never have a fear that Dave and Farrah are going to be on that video. If anything, you should be edifying that that's who you're working with. And let me ask you something. You want to be on a winning team or a losing team? Which team do you want to be on? You know, think about it. How do you feel to be a Bronco right now when Seattle's giving a slap? Okay? Want to be on a winning team or a losing team? Okay? You know, you want to go tell me that Russell Wilson and them got lucky? Okay? They didn't. They put the basics to it and they took it to the map, man. You can say what you want, okay? But I know that I want to be on a winning team. And whether it's my team or not, whether it's with Farrah and myself or not, it just so happens that's where we are. And if you've got a problem with that, problem is you'll probably never make it anyway, because if you're so insecure with yourself about that, you're probably never going to get out of your own shadow anyway and go anywhere. I'm just saying it like it is, guys. I know because I've watched other teams, and I used to be in your shoes. And I didn't like that being on that team. And I'd say, I'm not going to make them any money or any of that. It's ignorance, guys. It's ignorance, okay? Take the ride while it's to your benefit and to your advantage, especially if it is the winning team. You don't like the hangout? Great. You want to do your own hangout? Think Farrah's going to get all the credit? Great. Start doing one. We'll be happy to be on yours and setting in. We love it. I just watched Katrina Digger do one, and she's going to be doing her own. That girl comes unglued. I was like, man, she could do her own. I'm like, man, this girl's on fire, okay? So, and there's going to be other people that are going to come do it. The reason Farrah and I do it is because we can affect twice as many people, way more than that, probably 100 times more people, all over the world, and it gets repetitively watched. And how do we know? We go to YouTube and we watch. We can see all the replays. We can see where things are going, okay? And our business is a result of it. And if you're not scoring on it, it's because you personally haven't set it up right for you, okay? And set it up for you to score. So, to me, there's no better way to go promote this business, period, because people want to be with real people, period, the end. And that's the end of that deal. I'd have gave anything to have this back in the 90s when I had my first real success. It was the flyers, it was the cards, it was in a snowstorm, it was not easy, and the money was not like what it is today. Okay, so do some serious checks, okay, on the people that you're hanging out with and the people you want. I loved it. James said it best. Social media is a double-edged sword, okay? People will say to you they're your friend. They're lying to you, man. Let me tell you something. People lie. They're not your friend. They're your friend when they want you to go your way and then not the other way, okay? When it comes down to it, it can work both ways. So here's what you've got to do. You know, Jim Rohn told me a long time ago, and he told me this personally, and it's not just a quote that I got, because I actually was in front of him 3 different times live. I actually spent $5,000 of a $15,000 bonus that I won back then. We took every bonus out with that deal. Yeah, I know, I was lucky again, right? High school dropout. And I bought everything and invested it myself. Farrell will tell you, I ride my RV, I ride my car, got it all on USB drives, and I feed my mind with it all the time. But your bank account averages about, you know, you can figure everything out about a person by about the 5 people they hang around the most. Okay? You can pretty much figure out a lot about that individual. And now it's a pretty hard statement. Pretty hard statement. But in the reality is, there's a lot of truth to it. And I know that some are not going to like that when they think about it and where it is. But only you got to deal with it. Not me. Not me. You. Okay? And when you get into that, you're going to start to realize what you feed that is what you're going to project out. So I actually appreciated the constructive criticism that I got today. I let it go. I came in and got out. I didn't blow up. I could care less. I was actually, it was great for me because I already know people come and go and come and go, and no matter what. But this was a special one for me because this was a teacher. She was someone I spent a lot of time with that I actually got a kick out of. And I really thought she would gravitate more than anything. And again, it goes back to those that prepare, steady preparing. I got my website ready. Got my business cards. I got this. And man, I'm going to tell you, they had the kick-ass sites. Kick-ass. Okay, everything was kick-ass. The problem was there was no application on what really brings the business. Talking to people. Guys, if you think you're going to click the mouse and get them over there and not go, and then do it. And here's where you're going to screw up. This is where I told Mike. Do not waste one person. Put them on the phone with whoever you're comfortable with to put them on the phone with. But get them on the people so you can learn from it. And if you guys haven't done that, that's the result of your business because of that. I hate to say that, but it is, and I'm not trying to be arrogant about it. It's just a reality. So when we talk about these people that are going fast, Farron talks about them, and we go, because you guys, I'll tell you something, my wife's sensitive as can be, all right? She wants it for everybody. I'll tell her, that person, no way. I mean, believe me, my house sometimes is not very good. It's kind of funny because I'll just say, nah, crybaby, whiner, this, you know, and she, you know, matter of fact, I got a lot of bets that I got to collect on. I've made a lot of bets with her, and some of these are some good bets. Jim, you like that? You like that I'm a gambler like that? because I got to collect on all those bets. But we really do want it for you, okay? And our goal is for you. We've already, believe me, this high school dropout has earned money that I can't even comprehend. You know, there's only a couple people I know that would make more money than me, and that'd probably be a drug dealer or something like that, and that's not legal, and I'm not going to jail. And so I don't really know of any. You've had Stu Large on here. He's a movie star. He's telling you what's going on. So, you know, I can't do it. And I'm going to tell you something. It's an honored profession, and it's all on how you grab it. I'm going to leave you guys go with that. I look forward to seeing you guys all down in South Florida. We're going to have a heck of a hoedown for those that come down. It's going to be unbelievable. Tonight's training, I hope it helps just one person get away from the buzzards, because the buzzards will eat you alive. I want you to think of the dead prey on the side of the road, and I want you to think what you see left when the buzzards get done. Yeah, I know it's heavy. I know it's heavy. They eat it all. They take everything. Your heart, your soul, your mind, and everything. Well, this high school dropout will not ever settle for that. Ever, ever, ever. So when you say, yeah, Dave's on that J boy, he's got you dang right. But also think of this, $125 a week, working 40, 50 hours a week. Yeah, that was me. Yeah, okay, so back to you, Farrah. Awesome deal, awesome training, guys. Awesome, you guys were absolutely awesome tonight. Proud of all our team that is moving totally forward. I hope this shakes a couple of the buzzards out. If not, let the buzzards eat you up, get you out of our way, so we can bring on some more Eagle stuff. We're looking forward to it. We're revved up, absolutely ready to rock and roll. We're having the time of our life, and this week's going to be a total kick-ass week, man. We're jamming. We're having fun. Patricia, I love your cat. We're rocking and rolling, guys, and we're having the time of our life.
Rock and roll!
You got it, baby. Back to you, Faraday.
All right, rock and roll. Okay, with that, this has been a real treat. You know, we try to cover something a little bit different. And you know, this is something that needed to be covered. Please, you guys, come on down to Boca. Get out of that cold weather. Come on down, hit the streets with me and Dave and Patricia and James, and you know, let's do the same in CA, sunny CA. So anyway, you guys, thank you for joining us on a Sunday night. We'll be right back with you. The next hangout Tuesday night. Tuesday probably at 9. So, all right. Thanks again, and we'll see you on the next hangout.